Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Wheels and Whiskey. I know it's been a crazy long time. There's obviously reasons for that. We kind of hint that a little bit at the end of the video. We will officially kind of go through everything that's going to be happening and things that change. Me and Connor have had a lot of change in our lives recently, so just bear with us for that. I know we've got quite a bit of videos that are backlogged. I'm sure people are wondering what's up with the Gatlinburg stuff, so stay tuned. We'll announce that kind of in a later, video or post or whatever. But this episode was filmed at the beginning of December, actually. Just took quite a bit to get to it. But it's the second part to Easton's story about his SS that got stolen. Very interesting stuff. So sit back, relax. Let's find out what happened to it. Today, as you can see, we have Easton Martin back. Woo! And while he is up here for a Christmas party we had, the reason we're sitting down today is because there's more information on the prior episode about his stolen vehicle, and he has been struggling this entire weekend to not share anything. So actually, Ben knows. Ben and Izzy know.
Ben knows
he
the whole
told
thing.
them last
I told
night.
him last night before.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So last night I sat on the counter and literally had my fingers in my ears, and I was like, la, 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 la. I couldn't hear him, and they
I
were just
didn't even
talking.
know that was a conversation happening. I was probably...
You were gone. It was after everyone left.
Oh,
Oh,
just
really?
left.
Oh,
They
I
were
was like,
literally
damn.
getting ready to leave, and he was telling the story. So,
That's wild.
So, we even missed a part. Welcome back to another episode of Wheels and Whiskey. So as far as the whiskey goes, we're gonna open this up real quick so that we have something to sip on while we hear this absolute depression we're about to hear. So, for those, you're not gonna be able to see this because the camera angles are a little different this time. We have added, what did we just determine? 4
new bourbons in the last
4 new bourbons.
week.
One of them is courtesy of Easton. Which, by the way, do you want to take that home with you?
No, that's yours.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
Yeah, it was
We
great.
gotta get you a bottle now. We
Yeah.
gotta think something good. So we have. Well, Connor you bought Angel's Envy Triple Oak.
I did.
Which how do we feel about that?
I thought it was pretty good.
So I had him try Angel's Envy because he never had it
Right.
the day he got here, and then Triple Oak. I think the fact that it's, and we will eventually try this on the podcast, but the fact that it's finished in 3 different kinds of barrels
Yeah.
is a little much. Personally,
It is. Yeah.
it's a little bit much. It's got like a lot of bitterness to it, but it is still Angel's Envy at its core. I mean,
It
you could
is,
tell
yeah.
that it was
Oh,
very
it was
similar.
fantastic.
It's
Yeah.
unique. I'm glad it's something a little bit different, you know?
Yeah. So we got that, and then you brought us, as Dustin recommended it, Chattanooga whiskey. So it's our first bottle. We got a bottle in bond.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. We were gonna save it today, and we didn't because we had a party last night. So we opened it last night. However, we drank it half intoxicated and with a cigar, so we really couldn't judge it last night.
Yeah, it really altered the
So
aroma.
We should for sure try that.
Yeah.
And then we have 2 very exciting bottles here. So my brother gave me my Christmas gift early. It is a bottle of Kentucky Owl Confiscated. First Kentucky Owl we've ever tried. We've talked about the Kentucky Owl forever. Every time we go there, there's so many.
Yeah. The one reason why we haven't picked it, though, is because it is at a very steep price.
It's hard. So after you guys left, was it this morning? Yeah, this morning, I read that Breaking Bourbon review farther, right?
Yeah.
And the issue that they have with it is this specific bottle is priced at that point, but doesn't give you any information about the mash bill, how many barrels it came out of, age date, distillery, nothing. So the story is cool as hell. Personally, I think that the flavor is worth that price point.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
I think that comes in at like 120, 125, if I can remember. They have more expensive bottles up into the 300s, but first bottle, very impressed. All of us thought like that, right?
Yeah. I thought it was pretty good.
And then Connor, what did you get us?
Yeah, so this is courtesy of a guy that I have met over the last month or 2, actually. I don't even know how long it's been. But long story short, this is Weller Special Reserve. Weller, we've looked at getting for a long time now, but you can't find it fucking anywhere.
No. In Wisconsin.
At least in Wisconsin.
Appleton area, yeah.
We probably could travel far out to some of these stores that have more like highly allocated bourbons, but we haven't really looked into what places do that. So, found out that this guy can resource Weller, some Stag. So we got our hands on our first bottle of Weller here, and it's phenomenal. It's actually the bottom of the barrel Weller too.
Yeah, it's the
Like literally the
lowest
cheapest.
entry point, I believe. Yeah.
So it's a wheated bourbon, special reserve. I think it's MSRP at like 70, 75,
This
80
is the
bucks.
first stated wheated bourbon we've ever bought,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I don't think
Okay,
we have another one.
Yeah, it's very unique, very good. Definitely
Yeah.
was worth it.
Definitely worth it. Glad to have it in the collection. That kind of fucked us though because there's a million other ones,
Yeah.
and
they're all
only
harder
go,
to get.
Yeah, they only go up in price from
Yeah,
here. So
yeah.
that'll be interesting.
All right. Well, besides Bottle and Bond, what else do we want to try today?
Hmm.
Because Bottle and Bond, we have to.
Okay.
Chattanooga.
Yeah.
Man,
Well, what do you want to do?
God, I wouldn't mind doing Kentucky Owl again.
What are you thinking?
Kentucky Owl would be good again.
All right, yeah. You want to grab those two?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because both of those two, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, we kind of went fast tasting
That's
Kentucky
true.
Owl.
Thank you, Ben, by the way. That bottle is fucking awesome.
It's beautiful.
It is amazing.
It is the tallest bottle we have.
Yeah.
Towers over every other one.
I had no idea when it was wrapped in front of me. I was literally trying to think. I'm like, what fucking bottle feels like this? I couldn't, because we've never held one of these. You know,
Yeah.
we just looked at them.
Yeah. Yeah, Ben and I were talking about it in the office.
Okay, so
last week.
here, we're going to start with the Bottle and Bond. I'll read this later. The story on the back of this bottle is fucking sick.
It's beautiful.
It's awesome. Chattanooga whiskey.
Bottle and Bond.
First bottle we've gotten. First of all,
This is another one, like as well as the Kentucky Owl, that we've seen it. We're like, oh, that probably is really good, but we just walk past it. And I don't know if it's because we're looking too hard for more of the allocated stuff, which is probably a really slippery slope to get down.
fair.
You know, just constantly looking for the hardest ones to find.
Yeah. And that's something that we've kind of liked. Like with even Ben came up here and was like, oh, you guys like Old Forester. Like,
Yeah.
those aren't allocated. And we started going those and it's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
We actually tried the Russell's single barrel at the cigar lounge, and we're not a great. I mean, it's not bad, but it wasn't as good as that 10. And if I remember right, when we looked into it, the single barrel was supposed to taste better.
Yeah. I think that's what we were
Yeah,
talking about.
I wasn't a fan of it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I it's not something that. I mean, we're gonna have to buy it for the collection,
Even
It's
with
not
the
something-
cigar.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. What was like?
It had a bite to it.
yeah,
Really?
but like a
Yeah.
bitter, like a harsh. Yeah. But yeah, Chattanooga whiskey. This is the Bottle and Bond. This specific bottle, you can get two. It's a spring of 2019 or fall of 2019 barrels. This is the fall of 2019. It's a obviously Bottle and Bond. We know the rules of that. So it is a straight 100 proof whiskey.
Yep.
I really like this, so I'm excited to try this again.
Yeah, I thought it was a nice pour. You automatically get 10 points for the cork. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, this is a
whole
single
thing.
season too. So this isn't going to be multiple different barrels from different time periods. This is all from one season
Yeah.
of barrels. Yeah, right off the bat, the bottle. I mean, that bottle is perfect.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the first topper we've had that's 100% made out of cork. Even
Yeah.
the topper is, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, both these, we'll get in the Kentucky Owl, have the fucking coolest toppers I think we've gotten so far.
Yeah. Love the label. Love the glass. Made in Chattanooga,
Yeah, the
Tennessee.
embossed, yeah.
Yeah, that is nice.
Yeah.
That's a nice bottle.
All right, we're going to try this first?
Sure.
Get this one out of the way?
Let's go
Okay.
for it.
Oh, no.
Come
Hey, it's been a while.
on.
It's been a while. I forgot.
Wow. Drop the ball. There we go.
That was good.
That's
pretty
probably one of the best ones we've ever heard.
Yeah, a little bit of squeak to it, too.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, she's a little tight.
All right, we'll pour singles because we all probably don't want to be drinking a whole lot today.
Yeah, we got a little rowdy last night. Doesn't happen often, but
It was a honestly, I told
actually, no.
What?
I got fucking the shit end of this stick last night.
yes. So actually, the only reason we
I was
got
just
rowdy is
unlucky.
because we played this sick ass game actually that Ben brought us. It's the first.
Yeah, of all people to bring over a drinking game,
was
I
terrible.
didn't think it was bad.
That's the first drinking game I played where I was like, this isn't fucking stupid. This is actually fun. It was like a board game.
Yeah, it was always a
Yeah.
blast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. It
It's cool.
was wonderful. Loved it. Glad you guys did too. Not losing, you know.
Yeah. So Connie, you want to share what happened?
Drinking the shit cup. That's what happened.
Hey, you It's just got a drizzled. Oh, there we go. Don't question why there's a bunch of military equipment behind me.
Shit. I won't question it then. You told me
I
not
can
to.
explain to you. I can explain to you off podcast. People are gonna think I'm fucking crazy. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, that doesn't come up on
Yeah,
my.
you
that's
forgot
good.
about
Hey, Connor,
that.
can you get us coasters? They are, right there. I think I'll have to grab one of the Road America ones. Lit. All right, so Chattanooga whiskey bottle and bond. When you pour this in the glass, it's like gold.
Yeah. No, it looks it's
very
a really
nice amber,
color.
I believe, is what they call it. Yeah.
Really nice.
What
were we talking about?
I don't remember, but so Easton, how do you want to go about this?
Yeah, because this is a wild story. Actually,
and if you need time to think too, like we can talk about some random shit, like order wise.
Okay.
So yes, if you were listening at the whiskey part, we're gonna let this breathe. We're gonna hop into this, and we'll pause, come back, and we'll start drinking while we're talking. All right.
The easiest way to kind of go into it is that finally, after 7-8 months, however long it's been, the car...
Actually, pause. Really fast recap for those that didn't hear the last episode because they're not going to understand.
I knew you were going to want to do that.
Yeah,
When
I was
are
like,
you going to say it?
Yeah.
So right around the time that Sam bought his Porsche.
Same week, right?
Same week.
Yeah.
Yep. I was taking a look at a 2015 Chevy SS in Huron White. For the year, color, and the specs, and being a manual transmission car, it was a 1 of 30 that was ever made. Very sought after, very rare, and got a good deal on it, very low mileage. Owned it for only 4 days, and it got stolen.
Yeah.
And since then, it's been constantly us trying to find clues or hints and being on the hunt for it, and even with local police departments and like county sheriffs and stuff. And about 2 months into it, they closed the case saying, yeah, we have no leads, there's nothing. And was fighting insurance over this stuff and ended up having to go through like hiring a third-party appraiser and everything, and ended up making $5,000 on the car end of the day, but it's still pretty tragic.
Gone.
Yeah.
And where did all this occur? Because this is important.
So from Huntley, Illinois,
okay,
which is hour 15 outside of the city itself.
Okay. That's probably pretty good, right? I feel like that's sufficient.
Yeah.
Okay. So
It's pretty broad, but
we have new information.
Okay.
Lay it out.
so the car has been found. Not in the most appealing way, but it has been found.
Damn.
So
Damn.
this was, what's today? Today is
I do
December
whatever-
8th.
You do need to remember whatever you show me. I need you to send to me.
Okay.
Because otherwise I can't put it up.
Yeah,
No one
no
will be
problem.
able to see. If you're fine with those pictures being shown.
No, yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Today is Sunday, December 8th. So
Okay.
it was, let me pull up the voicemail. Wednesday, so that would be
It's like so
December
recent,
4th.
dude.
December 4th, I get a phone call from a guy, and I won't say his last name, but his name's Jack. I don't know a Jack.
Okay.
Like I maybe do from high school, but as of now, I don't have any friends or know anybody that I talk to with the name Jack. So I guess I'll play it. I'll give you this voicemail, and if you can bleep out the number too. So.
Yes.
Okay.
Whoops. I'll bleep out the numbers, and I'll also just cut out any names. We'll just any names is fine. Yeah. So you can say shit whatever you want, and I'll just I listen through all this. I'll just remember to do all the names and everything. Yeah.
Hey, Easton. This is super random. My name is Jack. I have information on your stolen white Chevy SS. I know exactly who has majority of the body parts in the interior and where it ended up. I ended up getting the motor and trans on a trade, and I just ran the VIN and found out it's from your car. So if you would like to call me back, I have his address, I have his name, I got everything for you, man. I just found the Facebook listing that has, marked stolen, that it was from Huntley. I'm from the north side of Chicago. The kid that has your stuff is in like the St. Charles, Elgin area.
No, that was pretty much it. He ended up getting another phone call and was saying it's just weird, but he's like, yeah, just give me a call back. So, but that's what I got. And that was at work. I literally was setting light poles.
Bro, I would have broken down.
Me being an electrician. And I get this call from a
Dude.
random number. I'm like, oh, fuck this, I'm not answering it. And I get the voicemail and I listen to it. I call him back immediately. And he runs me through how everything worked out. And this kid has just all of these fucking parts laying in his garage and stuff like that. And
So what did he buy? So he bought something?
So you
from this kid?
traded something for an
he
engine change?
traded, and this is why I want to call him too and get the whole story set straight. But I believe he traded one of his old Caprices for a motor and trans for his project car. From what I've heard from my brothers, my brother knows him, is that he's building an LS swapped FRS.
Your brother knows him?
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
What are the
sick.
odds
Yeah,
of
my
that?
brother's
is
known him
wild.
since like
So
2019.
this guy's pretty legit.
Yeah. Oh, he's legit. Yeah.
Okay. So
So he runs the VIN and he finds out what.
So what happens? He gets the motor and trans, not knowing it's for my car yet. Goes to do a test fit and realizes, and this is just what I'm assuming anyway, because the TR6060 is a beefy and big trans in of itself.
Yeah.
My guess is he didn't want to do all the trans tunnel modifications for it, so he would just use a smaller transmission like a T56 or something else like that. And I don't know exactly size-wise how much bigger or smaller than one is from the other, but I know that a T56 is a hell of a lot more common you see in project cars than a TR6060 is. And he ends up going to sell it on Marketplace, and he has it listed for $9,000, motor and trans from a 2015 SS with roughly 22,000 miles. And a guy ends up messaging him and says, "Hey, can you send me a picture of the VIN so I can run it and make sure everything checks out?" And Jack goes, "Yeah, sure, no problem." Sends him a picture of the VIN, and the guy who's looking to buy it runs it and reports back to Jack saying, "No deal. This is from a stolen car. This is no good."
Wow.
holy shit.
So then Jack did all the research on Cyberdrive website, found out it was for actually from an SS, but noticed that it was stolen. Found my Facebook ad, went to my Instagram handle, found my number through that, and then called me.
Bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's like crazy work. That's wild.
Yeah.
That good for him.
Yeah,
to
good
go
for
through all
him.
that. Yeah.
But wow, dude. Holy
So-
crap.
Okay, so from that voicemail we heard, it's very obvious now the car is scattered.
In
It's in
pieces.
shambles. Yeah.
That's a
Yep.
shame, dude. So is there any before we ask questions, is there any other information?
I know the kid who had all majority of my stuff has a Pontiac G8 and took the entire front clip from my SS and threw it on his G8.
Really.
Okay.
So the Huntley Police Department detective has picture, and I asked for the picture. He won't give it to me because it's evidence still. But he has a picture of that kid's G8 with my SS front clip on it.
Wow, dude.
So it's
So you can't get that
the
picture.
whole front bumper with the Holden logo and everything on this kid's G8.
Wow.
So kid,
All the
how old
interior.
is this person?
I don't know. I would know a lot more if I went straight through Jack, but he immediately contacted DuPage County Sheriff's Office, and the sergeant there was telling him do not release anything to me.
Yeah.
Just because in case of retaliation, they don't want me to do any ruining of their investigation or whatever.
Wow.
may
So
come
you
of,
can't get the pictures because it's under investigation.
Correct.
Wow.
Obviously, once everything clears the air, then yeah, sure, the detective can show me whatever the hell.
So are they going to
to?
confiscate this engine and trans from this kid?
I don't know.
That poor bastard's going
I
to
know.
Dude, yeah, he's losing money too.
He traded a car for
Yeah,
it.
they traded a car.
It's
So
just
he's
one
working
guy,
on
it's just-
filing a civil claim to get his car back from him. too.
Okay.
Yeah,
But-
dude, that one person's just fucking.
So
running a
okay,
train over
so he gave. I'm gonna start asking questions.
Mhm.
Chime in and ask whenever you want.
you. Yeah,
I don't want to be the only one asking
no,
questions.
go for it.
Did he give this guy's information to the office,
Yes.
police department? Okay.
Yes.
So then this is information you told me last night. The investigation's reopened. Is what it sounds
Correct.
like. Okay.
Yep. Investigations reopened for Huntley Police Department, and a new one has started for DuPage County. And DuPage County Sheriff's Office went because he apparently where he lives is unincorporated. Went to his house. The kid was very uncooperative, and the only thing that he told the sheriff's office was that I traded a truck that I had for a bunch of SS parts from a guy in Chicago, and that's how he has the stuff now.
Okay. So
Wow.
so they already confronted him. So he's probably moving this stuff already.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But they're working on a search warrant for his house right now
Yeah,
too.
well, that's gonna be too late.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should stick around and get that. They can get those search warrants the day of.
Right.
Yeah, but it's also it's a car thing.
Well, you also got to understand too, in a city like that. I mean, how important is that? Not saying it's
Right,
not important,
right.
but what else is going on?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
taking the detectives away from what fucking.
They got a lot more
murders,
important shit to worry about than
Yeah,
a stolen car from 7-8 months
which
ago.
is unfortunate because it makes it so easy to get away with this.
Mhm.
So easy, and that's why people do it for a living.
That's fucking nuts.
Mhm.
Damn. Okay, so we already talked about last night. There's no hope of getting your car back. You already were paid out by insurance, anyways.
Yeah.
or about to be paid out by insurance.
I have no more affiliation.
Hey,
with
give
it.
give a quick backlog to everything that happened with the title, because I remember last time you were on, there was sketchiness with that, and it turned out to not be sketchy.
Correct. So, the dealer sold me the car It was a rebuilt title car, and obviously, when a dealer buys a salvage car from auction, they have to go through state and get it recertified and everything before they can even list it. And he sold me the car after only listing it for 2 days, 3 days, whatever it was, and he hadn't received the title from state yet. So after it got stolen, obviously filed the police report and everything is flagged as a stolen car. State withheld the title from actually being sent out. So, and they put a 2-month wait period on it until the title can be released again. Now, I got in contact with Secretary of State Police, and what they told me is that every time somebody tries to reapply for a title within that 2-month window, it extends it out an additional 2 months.
Whoa.
Yeah. So because the dealer
Wow.
tried 3 fucking times,
Wow. That really
every time he did it, it
Yeah.
got extended out another 2 months from that day he requested.
So that gave it that kind of sketchiness. Like this dealer is like seems like it's not given
Right.
giving the title over, but that wasn't the case.
Correct.
That's interesting.
So I finally had to call him and I said, you need to fucking stop. This is the day that it ends. The next day, you need to call and request it then.
Right,
Because
right.
if you do it even a day before or even possibly the day of, I don't want to wait another 2 months.
Yeah.
I need the fucking money.
That's wild, dude.
Like it's
So are you title in hand right now?
right now I am.
Okay,
Yeah. So I have the transfer form. I'm literally waiting till Monday when I get back home, or I guess tonight. But
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. All I have to do is send the title out with the transfer form, and then insurance sells me the rest of the payout.
Wow, dude. That's just a gut-wrenching feeling. Holding the title to the car that was stolen how long ago now is in pieces. You're being paid out by insurance.
Dude, having the car in pieces is the worst part.
Yep.
Yeah, because it just, I mean, yeah, dude. Just
That hurts.
to know like that's a car that one you can't really get your hands on at all. It's not a super common car anymore. And one that you really cared about. You really put your heart and soul into that car, and somebody just took it and shredded it.
And not even
Terrible.
to enjoy it. Like not even to use parts for things, just to sell it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Mhm.
So any other information?
I think most of the rest of the information I can get is from Jack because
Okay, so is there more to it that he
there
can
is,
tell
yes,
us?
because
Okay.
he's doing the whole police report
Okay.
with DuPage County.
If we call him right now, will he answer? Okay.
Yep. I'll give him
Is
a
he
call.
allowed to give us?
That's what I was asking last night.
He should be.
Okay.
Yeah, should be able to.
Dude, my pits are sweaty
Oh,
right now.
dude, yeah, I'm
That
sweating
fucking
like
Call of Duty match ahead of time.
sweating like a hog right now.
Yeah, so just toss him on speaker, I guess. Hold him, like we said, about 4 to 5 inches away from the mic.
Are
Should
we
work.
blurting his name so nobody even knows
We
his name
are
is Jack?
we are completely gonna. Yeah, I'm not risking fucking
Yeah.
this guy over at all. So
We should probably do like a voice alter too, maybe.
No.
I don't know. Is that like?
these inner city guys.
I'll ask him when
Yeah.
we answered.
Yeah.
Right.
Interesting. This is our first
Oh,
call.
dude, this could be wild.
Your call has been.
Oh.
Oh man. Oh, there he is. Here he is. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, it's good. How are you?
Good.
You're on the Wheels and Whiskey podcast right now. We are live, just so you know.
Very nice.
Are you cool with your first name at least being out there, or do you need a voice altering? You don't.
Totally fine.
Okay. All right. So we've kind of explained the whole story as far as you going over there and trading a car, receiving the motor and trans, and how that all came into finding out that it was from my car. Is there anything else you want to say or like give a from start to end story about your experience?
I mean, I'll just kind of give the whole thing since I figured out because I listed the motor and trans up after I did the transaction with the guy, and had someone hit me up immediately, and he asked for the VIN. I never even really cared to because it was going to go in one of my project cars. Now I'm going to run every single VIN out of every single car I get, but got the partial from the motor and trans because it's the last 9 that they give you. Called Chevy, got the full VIN, looked it up, and it came back as an auction car. So I was like, oh, cool, somebody bought it and parted it out. Wrong. That was the first thing that came up. The second thing that came up was the Facebook post saying, local SS stolen with your username and everything. I was like, hold on. I was kind of sitting there thinking I was dreaming. I was like, rubbing my eyes. I was like, is this VIN like one off? I was like, is it the same thing? And I ran back and forth like 5 times and it was the same thing. I was like, great. Literally the first thing I did was I saw your Instagram in the post. So I went there and your phone number's attached. I called you. You didn't answer because you were at work. But then the second thing I did was talk to my parents because they're both Chicago police. And I was like, I really don't want to be in the middle of a whole situation where I end up getting in trouble when I obviously did not do, I didn't do the stealing. I didn't do the parting out of any sort of stolen car. So I was like, great, I got to figure something out. So called the Huntley police, left a voicemail because I guess it's so small of a police department. They all go out for lunch and don't answer their phones.
True.
I finally spoke to you, gave you some context, and then I spoke to the detective. So I've been going back and forth. I just spoke to your insurance company yesterday, trying to figure out what they want to do. Because, obviously, if they want it back, I have no problem giving it back. Because technically they own the car since they paid out for it. But,
Correct, yeah.
Now it's kind of like I traded a car for it. I'm kind of screwed. So trying to figure out if the insurance company wants to have a purchase back price, for not the full value, because typically they don't really want just parts. They want to give a whole car to auction and then try to get the most money. It's kind of interesting to sell certain parts. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. But I literally was so stressed out that day that I was calling you because I was phone call back and forth, and I wanted to give you all the information without making myself sound like, I did it. But now they're planning on, executing a search warrant on the kid's house. They already went over there and talked to him, and of course he played stupid, and the garage was closed. There was nothing in there. So
right. Yeah, the Huntley detective talked to me, and he said he was being uncooperative as hell.
Yeah, and then of course the second that the deputy left, the kid was blowing me up, Facebook Messenger, on one of my listings, my phone number, my email. I don't even know how he got my email. I got to figure that out. But
Dude, that's wild.
my phone was ringing off the hook. I thought someone in my family died, and then I looked, and it was this kid. I was like, great. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. Hopefully they actually take it from here because after a stolen car report goes through and happens, typically they give it 3 to 4 months, and if nothing happens, they just kind of close it, put it back on the shelf. But it sounds like they were super excited to hear some new information, and the fact that not only did I see everything, I wish I was able to confirm the VIN by myself, looking at the parts, but I wasn't there for them. But it all makes sense now. It literally it's your exhaust, well, allegedly, your exhaust, wheels, Brembos, the entire front clip of the car, the entire interior, taillights, everything is in that garage except for the actual frame of the vehicle. And I can almost guarantee you
there's no chassis, just parts.
Yeah, it's literally just everything. And I have a picture of his car. I don't know if I sent it to you because I didn't know if his address was in there, so I can crop it out.
Oh no. Okay, so is this the G8 with the front clip?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. The Huntley police has a picture of that, and I asked him if I could get that picture, and he told me no because it's evidence.
Oh, okay. Well then, I won't. But you can clearly see, the G8 is white itself, but then the SS is a completely different. It's hair on white, so it's close, but it's got a pearl to it, and from multiple angles you can see that it's from a completely different car. Go figure. Obviously, it's from a different car, but he's not even trying to hide it up. And then he told me that his whole plan, because I traded him my old Caprice PPV, he was planning on putting everything on there because mine's a 14 plus, and all of the
which has the SS interior for the.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, it has the dash, and then he has the full interior from supposedly your car,
right,
to transfer over. So that was his plan with it. That's why I told him, I was like, if my car is out front, look inside of that thing. If it has SS parts, you better start looking a little closely. But I also told him, because I went to the town where he's from and where the deal was done, police department, to make a report, to cover my own ass. I was like, hey, I did a trade deal, I got stolen property, yada, 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 just so that it was in record, and then I gave them everything, and now they're contacting, Huntley and working together. But the deputy sheriff, because he's in, what's it called? It's not like the proper town. It's I don't know, to the side of it. Unincorporated. He's in like an unincorporated area, so the sheriffs take care of it. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go over there and talk to him. I was like, I'm telling you right now, if you go talk to him and you don't have a search warrant, it's all gonna be gone.
Yeah.
Like almost overnight. I can guarantee you he's gonna move it to a storage unit or another garage or maybe his baby mama's house. Who knows? So it's a whole situation, and obviously I'm hoping that we kind of see this through and that something happens. Because even if it wasn't him, I'm sure he knows damn well who he got it from. Yeah. And I mean, I'll tell you right now, because it's Softy for sure, he'll crack if they actually start asking him questions and whatnot. So
Well, the detective from Huntley told me that when DuPage County went over and talked to him, he said that he got all the SS parts from a trade deal from a guy in Chicago. He traded one of his trucks that he had for a shitload of SS parts, supposedly.
Yeah, my ass. Sure he did. Dude, the one truck. So when I listed up my Caprice. He contacted me, by the way. Like, I listed up my Caprice on Marketplace. I had it for about 20 days, and I had a bunch of people, like, kicking tires and whatnot. And then I was like, I'm sick of this. I just essentially relisted it with some different pictures just to, get some new interaction. And like an hour within there, he blew me up and he's like, hey, I have this car, this car, this car. I have these parts. He like blew me up. I was like, hold on. And then I read it and he's texting me. He's like, let me know what you want. I go, let me sit down and read this for a second. Because I was like, if he's offering to trade me multiple things, I can probably flip a thing or two and then keep one for myself. I don't know.
Yeah.
So he was like adamant. He's like, I really like your car is my dream car. I have all these SS parts to put on it, blah, blah, blah. And we ended up trading for a like clean title, low mile G37X, which I was just going to have as a winter car as I'm, finishing up my other project cars and I got my bike. And then he had a drivetrain and I'm like, let's do a combo deal. And he was really, really like against it at first, but I was like, I'm giving you a running driving car for a less value car and a drivetrain. So, and then we did it and he was ecstatic about it, almost immediately parted out the Caprice front end. So it was very clear that he was putting out the SS front end on it. But yeah, definitely kind of wish I didn't make the trade, but at the same time, I'm happy I did because I'm able to help in things and hopefully it goes both ways where, the kid is either charged or at least gives up the other guy and this all, gets put to bed. And then I kind of get off scot-free and don't have any issues and I'm not out like a, $10,000-ish drivetrain.
Right, yeah. Plus a car too, possibly.
Yeah, well, it's funny enough, I already traded that car too. I got a X5 diesel for it now, but that also is like clean and clear. Like that car, I came back. My dad is a Chicago police auto theft detective, funny enough.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow. That's incredible.
Okay.
So that's why I was speaking directly with him, and he's like, hold on, I'm going to help you answer questions. While I was like, I didn't do anything. Stop acting like I'm the criminal. But, we checked that VIN out on that car. That came back clean and clear, and then obviously the car I got for that one, clean and clear. So the only thing that's an issue is the drivetrain because it was out of your car. So, it's kind of, obviously they have to prove it, but the fact that I got a drivetrain that came out of your car that happened to be hair and white and this kid has a bunch of other parts, it kind of adds up. But, of course, they have to prove it all. So,
Wow.
Yeah. That's all I got to say.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So
I still have your headers, by the way, if you want those back. That's why I asked if your brother has headers. I was going to just give them to you.
Put your headers on
crazy.
your brother's car.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, awesome. Well, hey, we'll send a link to you of this episode, and we'll be sure we're gonna cover any personal information of yours too, just for security for you too. But thank you for coming on. We appreciate it.
No, of course, I appreciate it. No, I'd love to help.
Absolutely.
All right. Sounds good. I'll talk to you later, man. Bye.
Wow.
Wow. Wow, dude. This is like a fucking movie, bro.
Wow.
I was
Good
listening
job,
to that whole
Jack.
thing and there's shit going on in my head. I'm like imagining this shit. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Good on him, dude.
Yeah, good on
Yeah.
him.
No
Of
kidding.
course, his dad is fucking.
What are the dude? This kid's gonna get fucked. Yeah, the one guy that he trades all this
Yeah.
shit for, his parents are both. Oh my
Bro,
god,
what are the odds?
that's nuts.
Yeah, I mean, you can't teach stupid, you know?
No.
That's
Wow.
just wild. Damn.
That makes me
dude.
so depressed.
It does.
I know.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Out of my hands at this point, though.
Yeah,
That's
it
I mean,
is.
it's just looking for some sort of closure with it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the big thing I want.
Yeah.
You know,
The
I mean,
closure is someone in cuffs for sure.
I mean, we said on the first episode of this, like, we haven't even began modifying the 944 yet. But if anything like this ever happened, like, especially with how close in ownership you had it, like, I was so excited for that car, and then to have it gone 4 days later, like, and then like, I was like, because even when you first, you were like, I have a photo to show you. Which did you show him that?
No, I haven't yet, no.
I'll show him in a second. But I thought you were gonna show me a photo of like a fucking crumpled up car.
Me too. Yeah.
I was like, oh, dude, yeah, they
Yeah.
found the car. Here it is. It's like fucking cube, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But man, that's wild. Yeah. So this is all I knew prior to this episode here. He just showed me this picture.
Wow.
We'll put it up on screen here.
Oh, dude.
Doesn't that hurt to look at?
Wow. Oh, just terrible.
Mm-hmm.
What's underneath that tarp right there? Gets you really thinking.
Nah,
So
know.
is this the guy we just talked to, or is that like who's
This
that
picture here,
Yeah.
this was from him prior to knowing that it was stolen. So this
Oh.
is before, like when he was trying to sell
Oh, so
it
that's
originally.
already a screenshot?
Yeah.
And then he sent the screenshot to you?
Yes.
I see.
Okay.
So is that picture taken at the kid's place?
That would be
It
interesting.
looks like a parking garage. I don't know where he lives.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, maybe he lives in a parking garage apartment complex or something. But
Wow.
Wow.
Well, I really hope that this kid doesn't track this guy. You know?
right,
Because that would be a shame.
it would be.
If he comes back and retaliates for going to the cops,
Mm-hmm.
that would be a shame.
Just bleep his name for.
Yeah,
safety and
I
security,
won't even put his first name in. We're just
Yep.
gonna
Yeah.
cover all that because I don't want to contribute to that at all. But
Nope.
damn, dude, that's nuts. That's nuts. Well,
That's crazy, dude.
let's drink some whiskey after that one. Chattanooga whiskey, bottled in bond. This is round 2, with no cigar and no other alcohol prior.
Just the way we like it.
What are we getting on the nose, fellas?
Caramel. Oh, there's like a berryness to
sweet
it.
caramel.
Yeah,
There
very
is
sweet.
a little bit of a
like a sweet apple
fruit,
caramel there.
fruitiness to it.
Yeah, it's really got a fruitiness to
There's
it.
a lot of what do they call it? Baking spices is what they say.
Yeah,
All right, but that was I believe that was consistent with the other bottle and bond that we had.
yeah,
So.
yeah.
All right, let's give her a try.
What is our other bottle and bond?
Hold on, chill.
Our other one is Old Forester.
Old
isn't it?
Forester. All right.
Oh yeah. Instantly flashbacks of last night. Just kidding. Wow, it's hot. First
It is hot.
lube shot needs to go
It's very
down.
spicy. There's like a lot of spices to it, you know. Kind of peppery.
Yeah. Definitely. What's the do we know the mash bill on this?
Did we look this up in the whiskey Bible? I don't remember. If we did.
No.
I don't think we did. I think we were looking at Kentucky Owl. Where's that going to be in C section?
So this is Chattanooga bottle and bond.
Bear with me while I look.
Doesn't say anything on the bottle here. It's got the mash bill of the barrels, so it'll tell you like SB091 was 18% with a 46% toast, but it doesn't tell you the makeup
There's no
of the alcohol. None.
nothing.
Yeah, we'll have to figure this out. That spiciness is very akin to rye, but it's not a direct like rye flavor, right?
No, yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right.
definitely. Yeah.
It's just hot like rye.
Yep.
You gonna take a gander?
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up here. You guys can talk.
Unfortunately, there's not really a good ending to it. It just cuts off. There's nothing lingering to me. You know, like that was the big thing with Kentucky Owl. It lasts.
It's still hot on the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind it, dude.
No, I'm
I
not
think
saying
it's like
yeah. This is
not
very
like
similar to bottle and like the other one though. I
It's
think this
actually
is
really
a
fucking good.
consistent bottle and
I'm
bond.
getting a lot of notes of caramel still after the fact, but it is pretty hot.
there's definitely
And
spices.
spices too, yeah.
In there. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that like sweet berryness is not in the like
In the
palate
taste,
at all.
really,
Yeah,
no.
that's gone.
The smells is there for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't taste any of that. Yeah, it's just a spicy bottle, kind of. It's just spicy.
This just
It
is
is.
Something
not,
a little bit hotter.
just not answering my question.
Yeah.
right here.
See if you can go on breaking bourbons.
That's where I just
Yeah.
went here.
I think it's like towards the top.
All right. So, classification: a straight bourbon, company Chattanooga Whiskey Co., distillery Chattanooga Riverfront Distillery. Release date was 2021 of June. This is a fairly newer bourbon. Proof 100. Mash bill: blend of 4 bourbon mash bills, all distilled during spring 2017. And each comprised of at least 25% specialty malted grains.
So this is definitely different than the bottle we have in front of us.
Yeah, I've never actually seen
Because
this
this
before.
bottle is only from 3. It tells you.
Yeah.
Mash Bills 3, and this is from fall of 2019. So what my guess is they bottled this from like 2017 to 2019 or 2020 or something.
Yeah. So
Okay, we'll read what this is.
blend of 4 mash bills. So 17% B001 is yellow corn, rye malt, caramel rye malt,
That's not anything that we
and
have.
honey malt.
Okay.
And then 17% B004, which is yellow corn, peated malted barley, naked malted oats, honey malted barley. Interesting. 33% B005.
Okay, so we do have that one in this bottle, and that's a 9% B005.
Wow. And then yellow corn malted wheat, caramel malted wheat, oak smoked malted wheat. It smells, you can just smell it just reading it. I mean, it smells good. And then 33% SB055.
We don't have
color
that. Oh, we
is-
do. We have that 9% in this one.
Color is deep copper. Price $50, 2021.
Yeah, so this is a earlier bottle then. So they must have swapped it.
Let's go through the nose here.
Yeah.
So the nose says a waft of malted grains is highlighted by dark cherry and raisins.
Okay, so that I was thinking something
That checks
deeper.
out. Yeah, the berries.
Oh, dude. Say raisin and then smell it.
Raisin.
Dude, smell that.
Oh yeah, it's like one of those old red boxes.
Those
wow,
fucking red
yeah.
boxes as a kid, yeah.
Holy crap. Aromas of butterscotch and toffee mingle in, providing some additional depth.
Yeah.
The initial malted grain note remains present throughout, ultimately forming a base for the other scents and stands out as the most prominent and unique attribute. A bit unfamiliar in an enjoyable kind of way. The nose is complex and inviting. Yeah, it checks out.
Yeah.
You want me to go through palate and finish as well?
No, that's fine. I think that end of what it said, it's an inviting but unfamiliar.
Yeah.
Like it's
It
something
checks
you want to
out.
keep drinking, but it's very not common.
It's
like it's
different.
not. Yeah,
It is very different.
Right,
It's unique in
different.
its own way. And I really like that. You're supposed to taste honey, butterscotch, and raisins with warming spices.
No, there's the spices there. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that checks out.
Yeah. My only
All 3 of those you get on the nose. too.
my only
Yeah.
critique about this is there's no lingering aftertaste to it. It just disappears.
Which is probably what this is. A swell of allspice pulls forward, overtaking the sweeter notes from the palate and giving a reminder of the proof. So I wonder if that's what it is. It's probably just because it is 100 proof.
Maybe. So now that's why it's so hot as you like swallow and it goes
Right.
away. It's still kind of hot in your mouth.
Yeah.
That's valid. I can't speak now. Damn, I'm getting fucking tossed over here.
100 proof talking.
That is 100 proof.
That is fair.
We have been.
I mean,
we have been
10,
more keen to
10
like
proof.
90.
10 proof more. than
Yeah.
like your average 90 is actually a significant amount.
Yeah.
You do definitely feel that in the throat and the nostrils afterwards.
Which is wild because that 130 proof.
Yeah.
Wow, we gotta get a new bottle of that.
Yeah.
And do a real actual taste test on that on the podcast.
I
because
liked that bottle of whiskey. I really
it was
did.
great.
Yeah.
We got hammered off of it.
Oh yeah.
On one
Yeah,
initial
dude.
podcast.
Well, because we made a poor decision on how we laid that one out.
Drank
but
every other
yeah.
bottle.
Yeah. So you know that story, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. That was never again. Especially now, dude. If we tried to fucking do that now, I think we'd probably die. Alcohol poisoning
easily,
for sure.
yeah.
No, thank you for bringing this, dude. This is good.
That's great.
I'm excited to try it. What did we find at Grainworks? What was that? Just a traditional straight bourbon whiskey, right? It wasn't a bottled and bond. What was the one next to the bottled and bond? Do you remember?
There was
They had a rye, too.
Yeah, rye.
Oh yeah.
That was the 111 proof.
Mm-hmm.
111 proof rye.
That's gonna hurt.
No, I can't remember. There was a rye and there was another one, and there was 99 proof, 100 proof, which is this one,
Yeah.
and then 111.
Wow. Are we dabbling in
Yeah.
Give her a go. Yeah.
Kentucky foul?
So this is a
What's the proof on that guy?
this is nothing. This is 96.
96.
Yeah, so about the same. So this is something we've wanted to get into it for a while, and my brother got me this. First of all, major props to the design of this bottle, dude. You got the embossed logo with an embossed owl on it. It's cool as fuck. Now,
What's the burning building? Is there a story behind that?
I'm gonna guess based off the story I'm about to read in the back that they burned it after they did this, because what the image is showing is a steamboat pulling 2 rafts full of barrels out of a burning building. Okay.
Right.
So, with that being said, I'm going to read the back. It's by far the coolest story we've had on any bottle, okay? Confiscated. In 1916, just prior to Prohibition, the entire Kentucky Owl inventory was seized by the federal government, never to be seen again. Confiscated Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey is a tribute to the vanished barrels of bourbon and to opportunities lost. Distilled in Kentucky, bottled by Kentucky Owl. That's fucking sick.
That is pretty cool. That's a wild story.
That is awesome. CM Dead Man is the founder of Kentucky Owl.
Wow.
I do not know who the master distiller is of this.
What a name.
It does not say.
You think that's legit? Like, you think that's really his name?
Probably,
or
dude. That's
you think
fucking
it's a
sick
front?
as hell. Well, it's DEDMAN. But okay, bottle, very unique. It's tall as fuck, super skinny. I had no idea what this was. This is hands down the coolest cork topper that we have ever had.
I don't know, dude. I think in terms of the design of it, yeah, but I'm still on top of this one because it's fully 100%.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like,
but
they
this-
don't have the wood and then the cork underneath it. They have legit a full. Look at the top of that. I mean,
Yeah.
how could you not appreciate
That's
that?
very like pirate rum bottle kind
It
of.
ju-
you know
it
what
just
I mean?
looks good. I don't know.
All right,
Just
so
the whole
this,
neck of it. And everything.
This Kentucky Owl bottle is a real cork, and then it's topped with a dark. It looks like walnut wood, and then there's a brass stamped cap on the top of that says Kentucky Owl, established 1879.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Yeah.
cool. That is a beautiful.
That was a
noise.
deeper tone than the Chattanooga.
Probably just the shape of the bottle.
Yeah.
Oh, and again, dude, the nose.
Wow. Yeah, that's a sweet nose there. My brain isn't functioning. Dude, I don't know. I want to give that one praise, but I really cannot stop looking at the neck up on the Chattanooga bottle. It really does just look phenomenal with the cork. Like, imagine that bottle
does.
with
That's
a wood
fair.
tip. It's like, it's not.
I
it's
do
cool.
I do like the shorter. Oh shit, you're leaking on the bottom there. I like the shorter bottles. I think the max that I like as far as design goes is like Buffalo Trace height.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I do like the shorter bottles. Like Russell's is sick. The 2 Rare Breed bottles are actually really cool.
yeah. Yeah.
You know, like think about the Jack Daniels bottle, Blue Run. Those are all
Peerless.
short. Yeah, Peerless. Yeah, there are unique ones like Angel's Envy but yeah, I think the shorter ones just look better, especially because you get a much darker
right.
view of that of the whiskey that's inside.
You know, actually, the Angel's Envy bottle, just with how unique that is, it's like you're holding a flask. But
Yeah,
I
because it's
felt
skinny.
the same way holding the Whistle Pig yesterday. Or was that yesterday?
Whistle Pig, yeah.
Whistle Pig was like,
Yeah.
I was just holding it. I'm like, man, I just want to buy this
Hey,
bottle. For
Connor
that
won a
feeling.
coin toss to buy a $300-something bottle of whiskey, and he didn't,
I didn't
buy
buy it.
So, coin tosses mean nothing now, apparently.
Because, well, it wasn't an official coin toss.
I mean,
Oh,
you said
no.
heads,
I
and
don't
I
You
took
said
the coin.
heads, it
Yeah.
landed on heads.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
said, but we were saying just to see if I would have to.
Oh,
buy it.
yeah.
But I don't know if I should.
Yeah.
And nobody gave me like, we don't know if it was ass or not. You know, God forbid I buy a $280 bottle of bourbon.
fair.
And it's
Yeah, that's
ass.
the risky thing. Like, especially since we found these medium priced whiskeys that are so good.
Yeah.
Like, that was even last night with this Kentucky Owl when we opened it. Ben was like, "Don't just say it's good. Let me know."
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah.
And thank God it was.
Mhm.
Yeah. But we ran into that trap with the Blue Run, you know? I mean, not saying Blue Run isn't good. It's an awesome bourbon, but God, for the price range, you're like, geez.
There's $50 bottles that are
Yeah, just spending
so much better.
right, spending $200 on a bottle, on a mid bottle. It's like I'd have a better time drinking 1897 Old Forester that I bought for $58
Yeah.
than
Well, I got sent a text
Gambling.
to my brother. He's like blowing me up right now. We're playing Destiny after we're done here.
Mhm.
So he's
God.
like, "Can you get on right now?"
how long do you guys play for?
Till about 5. We're in the middle of a podcast. We should be done in 10 minutes, and then I'll be able to get on shortly after.
I'm gonna try installing that game. I'm pretty sure I have it, so I can just install it. I'd love to play some Destiny 1.
That didn't even type out right, but whatever. It's fine. Fucking whatever. Yeah.
Voice
Yeah, I poured
text
you
habit.
boys. I don't know, we're all pretty accurate here. We do not need to drink all that. You got a long ways to drive after this. You
Yeah.
got to drive home. Just take a sip, drink it how much you want.
Camry doesn't have drunk driver assist.
Keeps me in the lanes.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
guys, this nose, hands down, the most caramel hazelnut
phenomenal.
warm nose we've ever smelled.
Yeah.
What was the red line? Sorry.
Yes.
Diverting from this for a second.
Yeah.
The red line cigar blend.
Yeah,
You taste the tobacco in
that was so good.
It was like, oh man.
Yeah, I wish we could have. I did want to buy a bottle, but also I really wasn't feeling $60.
No,
but
no.
but yeah, that was a hand pick from Grainworks,
Mm.
and we got to taste that yesterday. That was fucking great.
Yeah. Cigar
Yeah.
blend. I don't think we've ever actually tried a cigar blend.
Not on the podcast. No.
I don't think even outside of the podcast.
Yeah, there was one more that he had that we tried
Was there?
a ways back. Yeah,
Oh.
but that was like really expensive.
Yeah, that was phenomenal. Just tasting the tobacco in
Yeah.
there. Oh my God. I was like, I need some of this in my life.
All right, we can give it a try.
Yeah, let's go for it. Wow, what the heck? Mm.
Yeah, dude.
Completely different.
Yeah,
Yeah, completely different. That's got
I
you can taste
taste-
the spice in that one.
I taste pretzel. Do you taste a little bit of pretzel?
Pretzel.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to sit on that one for a second.
No, I do. After you swallow it, immediately it's pretzel and then it changes again.
We don't have any note. Do we know what we're supposed to be tasting right now? Should we pull this up?
Bro, I taste pretzels. Like a warm pretzel.
I smell freshly baked cookies. I think my brain's
Yeah,
playing
that's
games.
fair. Yeah, from the ones you burned last night.
Mhm. All right, let's go through this here. Can I just stay on the?
There
list?
is a sense of rye to it. A very light ryeness. Very smooth for a 96, actually. It's not too overbearing.
No.
And the fucking lingering aftertaste on this is so good. It stays for so long.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a night and day difference just
Yeah.
waiting this and the Chattanooga.
Oh, between those
For
two?
sure,
Yeah,
yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I don't like that it says undisclosed for the mash bill.
I know.
I'd really love to know that.
Isn't that so stupid?
I would love
Yeah.
to know that.
They don't give you any information.
Stolly Group is the company. Distilled in. See, this is wild too. Distillery sourced from
Undisclosed.
undisclosed distilleries.
Right? So
Like-
that was their biggest complaint is this specific bottle gives you no information.
Nobody knows where it comes from. It's undisclosed. Um,
And this is good enough that they should fucking tell that.
yeah. I wonder if it's because it's new and there's a lot of things moving around. They haven't really fully cemented in a place yet, because right here it
They're
says
not.
Kentucky Owl Bourbon was founded in 1879 by C.M. Deadman, and is currently led by Dixon Deadman. He recommissioned the brand and released his first batch of bourbon in 2014 and first batch of rye in 2017. The Kentucky Owl brand was purchased by the Stolly Group, who plans to open up a new distillery under his brand name.
I see.
Okay. So I wonder if that's it. I wonder if it's just because Deadman has moved on
That's
and
fair.
Stolly Group has purchased it,
That's fair.
and there is no Deadman distillery, or anything like that, or what it was originally supposed to be. So let me go through the nose here. Hints of aged oak mingle with light caramel and leather. Delicate and understated. It's interesting and signals towards the whiskey being aged longer than I would have expected. How long has it been aged?
I think this one, in order for it to be labeled the way it is, it's minimum 4.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the 1916 on there? What the hell is the story behind the 1916? If it was founded.
It was confiscated in 1916.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't say anything about that in here. Palate. A nicely rounded mouthfeel delivers graham crackers,
Okay, that's kind of close to warm pretzels.
tobacco, and seasoned oak. The flavors are delicate here as they were in the nose, leaning away from sweeter flavors towards the savory side of the scale.
It's not very sweet.
Mm-mm.
No.
Yeah, definitely more towards the savory side.
Yeah, there's like no sweetness.
No.
Finish is slightly bitter. The finish turns towards a dry leather note at first. Cinnamon spice picks up later, bringing a satisfying pop of spice. Aged oak caps it off. It's long, complex, and surprisingly enjoyable finish.
That's what they say about me.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say, am I reading about Kentucky Owl here or Connor Shadow?
That's funny.
Oh, man.
As you drink this, the nose definitely changes.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not getting that caramel like warmness anymore. Now I'm getting more.
Oaky, leathery tobacco, but it hits
Yeah.
you at once, though. It's
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does.
an
It does.
overload of savory.
You know, that
Right.
leathery
Flavors and
tobacco
notes.
like flavor is more of a feeling. That's what we always talked
The
about.
leather for sure, and the
yeah,
tobacco.
it's
the
like your mouth.
dryness.
Yeah, the tannin dry your mouth out, and you're like, that's what that is.
That's an interesting one.
I love the aftertaste on this because, like Ben said, Ben took like 2 sips because he can't fucking drink whiskey.
Yeah, it
and he
lingers.
was like, I hate that I don't like this, but I love the flavor. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, the linger right now is phenomenal.
it's
Like,
good.
Jeez, that's an interesting bottle. I don't know. I like that one, but then what was the other one? There's a Japanese version, and then
Oh, Japanese whiskey.
they have a rye.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's what it stems out. Kentucky Owl stems out to a bunch of things where you're like, oh yeah, and then there's an Irish version of it too. So kind of like what are those other ones supposed to be? You know,
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds like they got a couple that are up into $300 range too,
Wild,
from what I was looking at. Yeah, but
wild.
no, very impressed with this.
Yeah,
Super happy Ben got us this because we probably wouldn't have gotten into this for another year.
definitely not.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
if ever.
We
really.
now, unless we took the Porsche off, need to get another shelf.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we're gonna get one for behind me because
There you go.
I think I want to put a low bar with a
Mhm.
3-tier stack
yeah.
Okay.
because then
Yeah.
we can fit the same amount of whiskey on a low bar there, and it has like depth to it. I think that would look great.
Yeah.
So I think that's what we're gonna do. Yeah. But yeah, we're well past the point. I mean, we got doubles of stuff. We got double Traveler, double. Well, we need to get some new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about how we love Grainworks so much. We figured why not just bring the whole shop here?
Yeah.
you know?
Right.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
I mean, now all we're missing is a cash register.
Yeah.
You know, we can start selling
Yeah.
it. And a liquor license.
You know what we do need to do? We need to find another store pick of that Driftless Glen single barrel.
Yeah.
That shit
Yeah.
was pinnacle caramel. Remember that?
I know, and we've really moved away. We haven't tried that since the basement. I don't think I've had a single shot of
No,
that since we were in the basement.
I had it at a bar we went with. Well, actually, it was a restaurant. It was at the bar at a higher end restaurant down in Fondy with Quinn's parents. I had some of that, and it is very, very good. If you don't get a store pick, it is very different though. So that's
Also the fact that we've never been to the distillery. That's about 3 hours away,
yeah. Driftless Glen Distillery is up here in Wisconsin.
which is wild.
We should do that. It'd be fun. Well, we should wrap this up. Yeah, thank you for coming back up, dude. Like
Yeah,
that was short
seriously,
notice that you
yeah.
came up here for. My brain was just like, ooh. No, that was short notice for the Christmas party, so I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you for filling us in on this.
That was a blast last night. It's a
sucks.
bummer Grace couldn't join,
Yeah,
but next time,
It is. Yeah.
next time for sure.
yeah.
Fucking military.
Yeah, right.
Mass skiing trip resort weekend is something that's been tossed out, so we should definitely look into that.
For sure.
Sounds like prices of rentals are not that bad anymore.
What's that?
$50 for like a ski full set.
I've never skied before or snowboarded, so
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, I'm telling you, we
You
have
haven't?
to. We have to.
never,
Oh.
never in my life.
We have to.
I put on one of them Walmart ones, and gone down a tiny little
Something,
hill.
anyway,
on the-
yeah.
at
No,
the
I
park, but-
think ski brule. I think it'd be best if we met here and then all carpooled up together in like one or two vehicles.
Where are
it's-
you thinking?
That's ski brule, dude. It's hands down the best.
Oh,
it's
okay.
up in the UP, so it'd be a drive. Yeah,
Okay.
but meet here, kind of the middle point. Drive up in the least amount of cars possible.
This
stay,
year yet,
Stay the
or-
weekend. I think that I would love to do it this year.
Well, it'd have to be
I'd like
January,
to wait.
February. Are you thinking? Or?
Oh yeah, sorry,
So
not
next
this year.
year.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to do it a little later in the season. Like possibly like right when it starts to warm up, when there's still snow,
just when you
but
know,
it's not
like your
negative 20
guaranteed
degrees.
snow. Yeah,
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
yeah. So they've been getting pounded though. I think they already have feet of snow up there.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So
We got nothing here.
yeah, we should look into that. That'd be a really fun weekend. But all right, we're just past an hour. Thanks for filling us in on that. It was great.
Absolutely. Good seeing you.
How do
Good
we
seeing you guys
how do we
too.
end this normally? I don't even remember, bro.
Ooh.
Goodbye. No,
Yeah.
no. Thanks for listening. Yeah, like we said, we got some things in the works that are. I should say not in the works. And I filled him in the other night at dinner.
Yeah,
We're changing a lot of things up. If you've paid attention, we've been very inactive on the YouTube. Projects in general, Instagram's kind of died after Gatlinburg. We've had to rethink some things. So I think I don't want to do like one of those stupid ass fucking influencer explanation videos, but I think in some way we will explain everything and explain the future path. And I hope people are as excited about it as we are.
Yeah.
It's a very good turn.
I mean, really, yeah, just after the last Gatlinburg trip, I think we really kind of sat and thought about what were we really trying to make there. And then just kind of going over all of our past videos too. And, what do you enjoy doing? What do we enjoy doing together? And just kind of making
And
a
also,
little
how
bit of
do we make this not just wasting our time making videos? How can we profit off of this and make this our life? So
Right.
and that's honestly the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Because we want to be able to do this and enjoy it, but we can't enjoy it when we're fighting this and work.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
yeah. We'll figure that one out and we'll fill everybody in on that. But
Exciting things coming. Though.
yeah,
Very exciting things.
It's one of those things where we talked about it, and when we were done, we were both like hyped, and
Yeah.
even you, like we're like, this is it.
Yeah.
It feels good. That feels right. So
It's definitely a step in the right direction.
yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
yeah, sorry.
Easton's going to be moving up.
Yeah,
He's going to come in. You're going to see him in all the videos
Yep.
helping out with the cars because this
Yeah.
guy knows more than probably any of us.
so yeah,
gonna be
sorry to be so cryptic there, but thanks for listening, everybody. Don't know when we're gonna have another episode, but yeah,
Soon.
yeah. Thanks for listening.
Adios.
Peace.